You can just ignore. Hi beauties, I hope everyone was doing well today. Welcome to HelloLive. I'm your host, Danielle James, your style and beauty editor here at Hello Beautiful. I'm so excited because we have someone very special in studio today. Before I even tell you guys what's going on, I first want to talk a little bit about HelloBeautiful.com and what's on our site. You should definitely check it out right now, some of the stories of the day and things that are going on. Tiana Taylor just got signed to the Society Management Modeling Agency. That's a modeling agency that was founded in 2013. It's a division of Elite. And they have some of the best and brightest, including Kendall Jenner, Amanda Steinberg, and like a lot of other celebrities that are featured with them. So congratulations, Tiana. It's really nice to see what kind of year that you're having. If you haven't already, Two Beauties, you should definitely check out our Chick Chat for today. We talked about Angela Kardashian, aka Black China, and her wanting to trademark her name. So we had a lot of conversation, and you guys had a lot of comments in that as well, too. So you should check that out below. Keep on scrolling. Before you do that, I want to talk today about who we have. We have fashion designer and entrepreneur Draya Michele in our studio. She is launching a new line that is a Beige and Coco, and you have to see how beautiful it is. The photo that just popped up actually was her in that fur coat, that burgundy fur coat. So beautiful, and you know that oxblood is totally on trend right now. So I want everyone to just welcome Draya, and if you guys have any questions for her, you definitely need to pop it in the comment section. Hey girl, how are you?
Hi.
You look so beautiful.
Oh,
I love you in your like
winter.
winter white, just here in this beautiful sweater.
Yeah.
Thank you for being with Hello Beautiful today. Welcome to New
me.
York.
Thank you.
Are you adjusting to the temperature change?
I am excited about the temperature change.
Yeah.
It's not quite as hot in LA yet. So
Yeah.
I mean cold in LA yet, so.
But LA weather normally gets really cold at night though.
Yeah, but
right?
still not this kind of cold.
Oh.
Not like this brisk, where you just want to be bundled up.
Yes.
This is like the good kind of cold.
Well, it's just so nice to have you here. We're going to talk about your new line. Before we do, you have a very successful swimwear line, Mint Swim,
Yes.
that you founded in 2011.
Yes.
And you've been in business for 5 years, which is really amazing for a business owner.
Yeah.
As well too. And the one thing I just love about your line is just not only that I think the array of prices is like high end but still affordable. Mm-hmm. You can find a lot of pieces, but people just look really beautiful in them. I love this one piece that just popped up there. Where do you get your ideas for your designs? What are you inspired by?
I'm inspired by social media, to be honest. So basically what I do is I like to ask the people that follow me, what are you guys looking for? What do you guys want this year? And I try to cater to them as best as I can. But yeah, they're always full of ideas.
So you really read your comment section?
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. So you guys, if you have suggestions for her, you should definitely put it in the comment section. One thing before we go into your new line, I just want to talk a little bit more about Mint Swim. And you made millions of dollars off of this business.
Yes.
How? Can we just start there? How?
Again, I've got to give it up to social media. Mm-hmm. I never knew in the beginning that it would be such a tool. Mm-hmm. I was worried about, how am I going to afford marketing and how am I going to pay for commercials and billboards and what am I going to do to get my brand out there? Mm-hmm. And who knew I had these amazing tools that are social media, and they're free. I still can't believe they're free.
Wow.
And I use them, and they reach more than any commercial can, and they reach more than any billboard can. So until social media stops working, I'm good right there. That's what I use.
It's so amazing because I really feel like you're one of the pioneers of this new industry that's called social commerce. And social commerce beauties, for if you guys don't know, is a derivative of e-commerce. And this is growing exponentially. And the whole idea is really doing it off of peer-to-peer and also off of social media. So for people being able to give feedback and being able to talk to the consumers, and that's really just causing it to explode.
I think it's important for my people to be able to reach me, for one, know that I'm designing it. Mm-hmm. Also, they get to see me in it, and I feel like it lets them know, oh, which ones, are Draya's favorites, and I tend to favor some more than other, and they can tell that.
Yeah.
And it always is my favorite is always everyone's favorite, and I just love that, and I love that they trust me, to give them a great product and something that I actually love and wear. I don't not wear other swim lines, but I just really love men's swim so much.
It's like, I'm not even like gassing you because you're next to me. It is a beautiful line,
Thank you.
Beautiful collection, and it's just so impressive to
Wait
see.
till you see January's collection.
Woo, I can't wait.
I put my foot into it this time because I was like forced to design. I did my first Miami Swim Week in July, and I was forced to design. I designed like 15 looks for the runway, and then they told me, that's not going to be enough. You need at least 25 to 30. So in crunch time, I had to design, 10 to 15 more swimsuits. I've never done that many. Like, I've never had 30 designs all on my desk at one time, and then 30 samples, and then 30 models wearing them.
That's amazing.
So I've got so much to release, and I'm so excited about it.
I can't wait. Congratulations on Miami Swim Week. That is huge. Beauties, if you don't know, like, a lot of buyers go down there. It's a huge international market. So you are like playing with like the big dogs, and it's just so great to just see what you have started on your own.
Yeah, some of the swim brands that I looked up to and that I am, a fan of, they were there. So even to be on the same stage and in the same environment as the swim brands that I looked up to, it was just cool experience.
That is so amazing. And before we go into Beige and Coco, because I definitely want to talk about it, congratulations on Drew.
Oh, thank you.
Can we talk a little bit just about Drew? So what is it like being a mom?
All over again?
Yes.
Well, my sons are almost 14 years apart. My oldest is going to be 14 on the 29th, so he's my older one. But pretty much having Drew was like starting all over again, and it's not like being a mom again, it's just like being a new mom, because everything that I learned from the first go round I forgot. And even when I was pregnant, like the first time I walked into Babies R Us or just any baby stores, I remember going, oh my God, they didn't have any of this stuff, this 13 years ago. The bottles are different, the car seats are different, the strollers, everything is all like high tech and like space age looking, and I'm just like, oh wow, like I really have to learn this stuff all over again. So it's been fun because it's not something that's easy.
Right.
And I'm just learning all over again as I go.
Do you feel more lax with your second kid? Like, is there more things that you're like, oh, this can happen,
They always say that. They always say, like, with your second kid, you're just like, whatever. But seriously, for me, no, because they're so spaced out, I can't. If they were, like, back-to-back kids, like I've seen, like, posts that's like, oh, your first kid, you follow all the rules, you don't eat sushi, don't drink wine, and your second kid, and you have all these, like, diaper bags with you. Your second kid, you're like, wine, sushi, and you have, like, one little bag. One little bag you can pack. I'm still packing a giant bag because I don't know if he's going to poop, throw up, be hungry. I need everything. I need an outfit change. I need an outfit change for me in case he throws up on me.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
It is a lot. So let's get into some of the comments. Felicia says, Draya,
Sorry,
I love you.
my nose is running in here. Can I have a tissue by any chance?
Yeah. They're saying you're so beautiful. And Dree said, hey, Draya. And Felicia has a great question for you. And Felicia, thank you, because it'll lead us right in to talk about her line.
Hey, Felicia.
What inspired Beige and Coco? I bought a pair of the ivory trousers and a beige tee, and I love them. I don't usually wear t-shirts, but it has such a nice quality that the price is definitely worth it.
Oh, great. I'm glad you love the t-shirts. Okay, so the first part of your question, what inspired it? As I was growing up and as I've been maturing, my supporters and the people that follow me and have been purchasing from my brands, they're growing up also. So, they're growing up also.
Live.
So it's live. I have to wipe my nose, Things happen. It's cold out here. So, like I said, my supporters are growing with me, so I wanted to create something that I felt comfortable wearing because I'm getting older. I'm getting more sophisticated, so I need to wear clothes that are a little more mature, a little more sophisticated. And, I just wanted to create a line that was for the girl like me, the girl who works a 9 to 5 or any type of job, the girl who parties, and the girl who loves to be casual. So that's what Beige and Coco is, a combination of those three things, like work, play, and party.
Yeah, Mike, can we put up some of the images? Oh, so that's the first one. I love that bodysuit. Can we talk a little bit about that full, like the jumpsuit with like down there? That's
I think
so
I'm gonna
gorgeous.
wear that tonight.
Ooh, yes,
yeah,
girl.
I think I
yes.
am. I've been like waiting to wear it, and it's like I don't want to like, overdo it because I really love that piece. I really love the cat suit, and I just been waiting for a good time to just bust it out, and I think I might do it tonight.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Can we talk about and also these fur jackets? Like everything was so on trend as well too, and I love like the pieces of it and this fur that you have as well too. Can you just talk about a little bit about like fur and why you chose this in the collection?
Yeah, I chose to. I really wanted to do a fur because I just feel like it makes brands just like have like a luxe vibe to it, and I know what I like to spend on clothes, and it's not a fortune, and I know that other people don't want to spend a fortune either, so I decided to make them in the faux fur, and the two colors I chose like that burgundy, like ox blood color, because I just love it. It's so rich. Everyone's doing their lips that color, their hair that color, like it's just such a nice fall, winter color. And then black, of course, because you just need a nice black coat to be out at night in. And it's definitely like an evening wear type of coat. So when you're out in the streets, no matter what your outfit is, you can always put on your little black fur.
Yeah, that coat. Black dress. You also, I saw that you modeled that too. Definitely, guys, you need to follow Beige and Coco on Instagram as well. That's just a beautiful LBD. Like what I love about your collection is that there's just so many staple pieces in there, like pieces that you could wear, but also just have these defining details on them.
I really love that dress. Also, I wanted to create a dress that was sexy, but not too sexy. So I struggled with that. That was the last piece to like come together.
Okay.
Everything else, came really easy. The dress was really, really hard, and I was worried if people were going to like it or not, or if it was going to be overly sexy. So I struggled with the length, the fit of it, but it turned out lovely, and it's another piece that I'm waiting for, like something special to wear.
Yeah.
Because, once you wear it, and everyone sees it, you're kind of, then you got to wait a little while
to wear it again.
To wear it again, and you got to switch it up. And then you got to wear it with the fur, or, wear it with a different pair of shoes or whatever. I might just cut it off and make it a short mini then,
Yeah, look at you.
And hem it up. But, yeah, the material's just great. It's shaped, even when it's not on you, it's actually still like contoured in, so the waist is like a little taken in, the hips are a little out, so it gives you like a shape that everyone desires, that hourglass shape, and it helps with that.
One thing I love too, just like about your collections, including with your swimwear, it just seems that you really pay attention to the curvy woman's like body as well too, like things just where things are pictured and where things are nipped and tucked, and like even here I think it's very versatile for many women to wear. You just have these beautiful pieces.
Yeah, with this cat suit, actually, we designed it to be able to be worn forward and backward.
Oh.
So it still is cut to wear if you wanted to wear it with just a solid back.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have any zippers or anything.
Oh, I love that.
It's just totally the laces. So you can still slip it on the other way, and you can get laced up the back. And then you're just chic turtleneck. It just has a nice mock neck, and you're just all black to the feet.
That is
still a very beautiful catsuit if you're not trying to give all of that.
Yeah, but it's so, I also think the back can be so sexy when you see it, so I love that piece is so versatile as well too. Let's get into some of these white looks that you have as well too. What made you commit to white as well? I love white in winter and all year round.
Yeah,
really.
I really love whites, and all different shades of white. So we did a lot of ivory things. That's what the color I like to use, ivory. So I think it's important to let people know that it is okay. There is a such thing as a winter white.
Yes.
Like winter white is real, and it's okay to wear it as long as it's the right, the right pieces. If it's the right fabrics and the right colors, and it's totally okay, and you will still be warm, and you will still look very fashionable, and I like white as equally as I love black.
Yeah. Do you know even how this whole idea of winter white started, like no white out of after Labor Day?
I don't.
It's like something that dates back to like the pre-1900s, and essentially what would happen in white, because it reflects light off, so you stay cooler. But people like who were wealthy and the aristocracy, what they wanted to do, they wore white because when you sweat in it, it's also hard to keep clean, or you know that thing. So they were like, if they could afford to wear white. So that was the whole reason.
So white was more expensive.
White was more expensive, and that you could afford to, like, you know, because it's hard. Sometimes it'd be hard to keep clean.
Right.
So for people to keep it clean, and then when Labor Day started in 1894, that was like the official end of summer. So people would come back from like their summering and say that like they put away all their white frocks and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't apply to that rule anymore.
Yeah, I don't
either.
think that rule is a thing anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. And you could just see how beautiful it is.
Because like, when would you wear white velvet? You have to wear it in the winter.
Right,
It's
I agree.
velvet.
I agree
if you
too.
tried to wear velvet in the summer just because it's white, you'd die. You'd be so hot.
So we have Casey Clemens, and she says, "Hi, Dre. Do you draw the same source of inspiration for your Beige and Coco line as you do for Mint Swim line, or do you see the two as being distinct from one another?" Great question, Casey.
That's
you
a
coming
good
for
question.
my job? You coming for my job, Casey?
That's a good question. They're very, very separate, but they are sisters. They are sisters because they both are my babies, but very different. I don't really look for inspiration for Beige and Coco. I simply made things that I would love to wear. So it's different and different from Mint Swim, because with Mint Swim, I actually look to see what other people want to wear. With Beige and Coco, it's really important to me that I create my own trends.
I love that.
And things that I love. Like, you know, I don't know if you saw like the thigh corsets, but like that's a trend that I started that I want to be unique to me and to my brands. And I would love for people to know, like, wow, she did that. She started something that's different and people love it. And that's something that's unique to Beige and Coco.
And I think the thing in fashion too, like those, like, it'll be a trend when we're looking and we'll see that this was started by you, and then like you'll see it like, you know, 5 years down the line, and then you'll see it in all different kinds of areas. So I'm so excited to see other designers who are going to be inspired by you, because your line looks absolutely fashionable and perfect, really. Chastity wants to say, will you have any plus size?
Hi, Chastity. You know what? I get asked that a lot.
They're already asking about the swimsuits. Erica wants to know, what about swimsuits for plus size women?
I get asked that a lot since I launched Beige and Coco. And honestly, with the pieces that I have for this collection, I think they'd be lovely in plus size, because nothing is overly, you know, this, like the Kiss My Neck dress, I think it would be lovely in plus size.
Yeah.
And we didn't make plus size, but we're not going to say no to it. We're just, you know, we're still new, so we just wanted to test it out.
Okay.
But definitely for spring, we may incorporate some
Put it in the comment section,
guys.
If
I just got to know you guys want it. If I know you guys want it, then I'll make it, no problem. But I just want to make sure there's a demand for it, because I want to make it, and I want you guys to love it and buy it too.
So new baby clothing line. How do you do all of this?
Ooh, time management.
Okay.
I definitely gotta split up my day and make sure that I give, you know, my family enough time. Family dinner is very important to me. Growing up, my mom was very busy. She worked 2 jobs just to, you know, run our household. And I was alone a lot. So I made my own dinners, and, you know, so I try to do things different because I am as busy as my mom was. But I have I'm fortunate enough to be able to make my own schedule. So I can make sure that I make time to be home, to try to help my son with homework, or to just have dinner, you know, and ask everyone at the table, how was your day? And as long as I can give them that, I feel good, because that's the time where I listen. That's the time where I put the phone down and I listen. Board games are very big in our house.
What's your favorite?
Sorry is my favorite, and we play Uno a lot. But yeah, we're big on Jenga. So we set times that we do that stuff all together as a family, and then, you know, work comes secondary to all of that, and I just fill in the blanks with work.
You look amazing for just having a baby.
Thank you.
And on Instagram, when you post, is it just jeans, this post-pregnancy snapback? How?
No, I think a lot of people confuse me getting back into shape and just being in shape while pregnant as like a vanity thing. But honestly, it was a sink or swim thing for me because I have a swimsuit company. I am the face of my swimsuit company. I'm the model. I have to be a certain way. You know, this is how I eat. This is how my family eats. So it was important to me to make sure that I kept it together so that as soon as I was done being pregnant, I could have my job back and I could get right back into the swing of things like I never left. So yeah, my body is definitely like a tool for me in my swim line, so I have to take care of it. Your body's your temple, and for me, my body is my billboard.
Yeah.
So,
ooh, my body is a billboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really powerful. What would you say? Like, can you tell us like one of your tips or something that you did in order just to get it like just a little something?
I'm gonna be honest. I never worked out as hard as I worked out while I was pregnant.
Okay, I think that's good to know because like I'll admit when I saw it, I was like, Sheena's how like what in the world?
Because I got scared, honestly. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna lose it.
Okay.
You know, I'm a certain age. I'm not like a little young girl anymore, and it's just like I didn't want to just gravity hit everything, and I just get wide and droopy, and you know, I was very scared of that. So I worked out, and I believe I read somewhere that anything you do for 16 days in a row becomes a part of your lifestyle. It becomes a natural habit.
Okay.
So if you can stop something or you can start something, and as long as you do it for 16 days in a row, it's part of your life. So you could quit smoking. If you quit smoking for 16 days, you're good. So I decided to go to the gym 16 days in a row. And on day 17, when I was just like, okay, I'm going to give myself a break, I couldn't.
You wanted to go.
I had to go to the gym.
Wow.
I couldn't on day 17, and it became I worked out for 9 months straight.
Wow.
And then again for 3 months after. I took like 2 or 3 months off from the gym, and I'm just now back into the swing of things.
Okay.
But yeah, I was very dedicated. I've never stuck to anything that intensely in my life. Like I've never like stuck to a diet or just took vitamins, anything. And that was the first time I did something for like a solid like 12 months in my life.
That's amazing. I want to take some questions really quick before we go because you have so many. La Volteria wants to know, where do you see your business in 10 years?
In 10 years, I see my business all over the globe and, you know, billboards with these beautiful models, you know, not just me, you know. I really want for the guys and the girls that support me and shop my brands, I really want you guys to start accepting my models because I know that you guys love when I wear it, and I love to wear my stuff. But I also want to lighten my workload a little bit, and I want to, you know, employ some people and give some people some jobs. But you guys have to like it, and sometimes you don't always like my models, and you're just like, you're a little picky, and you're spoiled because they want to see me in it. But I want to hire some people to look pretty in my stuff, and for the world to just gag over that also.
Your, even before we went live, just your thought process and your business acumen is something just really to, I don't think that a lot of people see that, just to be very clear. And I love the idea of you employing other women. I sometimes think as women, when we rise or get to a certain point of our platform, it's almost like forget everybody else. And like you really haven't done that or taken that on, which I think is also super important. And that like your fans, your followers also need to know that like other women need to have a platform too. So just using your platform for another platform.
I always say, if you have a dream and you have goals, if you cannot reach yours or it's just not the right time, help someone else, achieve their goals. If you want to be a boss and a CEO, that's great. It might not right now be the time, but then go work for a boss, for a CEO, and help them get to the top of theirs. And eventually, they're going up a ladder and you're right behind them. So that's my advice.
I also say when you do that, you get to learn mistakes on someone else's dime.
Yeah.
So it's like not you're out of your own process and you get to see the whole thing. I just have to read Carissa Logan's message to you. She said, Draya, you are so inspirational. I was just a teenage girl when I joined your following, and now I have a degree in fashion merchandising, and I am pursuing higher level education, and I want to write a theory piece on social commerce. Keep working, Queen.
Wow, that's amazing. And congrats on being in school and just being a goal achiever, and just having goals in general is so important. I actually contemplated going and doing some fashion classes in like one of the fashion schools in LA.
Yeah.
Just because there's still so many things I don't know.
You learn so much. You know, you really like. There's nothing wrong with even taking classes.
Yeah, I would really like to.
Like when I was a buyer, I still took classes.
Right.
Like at FIT. Like there's always new things to learn. You know.
And I think in the fashion industry, there's a lot of jobs that are just not being a designer. I think everyone thinks, oh, you go to fashion school to be a designer. And it's like, no, there are jobs like being a buyer. Yeah. You can be the buyer. You can be the decider of what goes in Macy's and Nordstrom and whatever. And, you know, there's other jobs in fashion besides being a designer. So if you like it, don't be afraid to dive into fashion. If you're not a designer, you don't have to be a designer. There's plenty of other jobs. There's editors, fashion editors, and they're also deciders. These people have very powerful positions, believe it or not. And they say what the trend is because they highlight it. And if they don't highlight it, it's not a trend. So there's a lot of power in that.
Mm-hmm. Lynette Lee says, great advice, diligence. And then we have a question from Tyler Ryan. Do you have any advice for young entrepreneurial women?
Yes. My advice for young women trying to start their own business or make things happen is to plan, set time aside to work on whatever your project is. And I say, you know, don't even announce it to the world until it's ready and until it's finished. Because a lot of what you'll get is you'll say, you know, just say it's a website. You'll say suchandsuch.com coming soon. And you'll get naysayers and you'll get negative people and it might discourage you. So don't even ask for opinions. You don't want opinions because if that is truly your passion, you won't care and you just put it out. You won't have to do sneak peeks. You'll just put it out when it's ready and it'll be so good and so amazing that they won't be able to hate on it and they won't be able to discourage you or make you change your mind or make you second guess your goal. So just wait to release your goal until it's ready. Also, you know, people will try to steal your idea if you put it out too quickly. And you don't want that. And there are people out there that do that.
So, guys, Draya, thank you so much for being here with us and for all your advice.
I don't want to leave yet.
We're having so much fun. Guys, go to beigeandcoco.com. Definitely check it out. Follow on Instagram. Support. Please. Let her know what you like about the brand as well, too. So many people. Oh, Naima, one more thing, because I want to know this, too. Naima wants to know, would you have a reality show about building your brand?
Hey, Naima, you know, it is probably the number one question I get asked since I'm no longer on a reality show. I get asked all the time, will I return to reality TV? And my answer is yes, if the right opportunity presents itself where I can showcase my business and a little bit of my party side to where it doesn't have to be so personal and you guys don't need to know the juice and the dirt, my relationship and my kids. Those are something that I want to keep private. But yes, if anyone is interested in seeing a show on this and the daily life of what I do, my grind, my struggles, and, you know, all of that, absolutely. I'll give it all to you guys. I'll give you in the morning when I wake up and wipe the crust out of my eyes to when I pull up to my office where I'm yelling and screaming and facing, you know, adversity and all that. And then I'll give you, you know, when I'm at happy hour after work, taking shots and having fun with my friends and getting ready for photo shoots the next day that I have to crash diet for and all of that. I'll give it all to you if you want it.
Okay. I wish you all the best. One last question before we leave. Can you give us a little, your sexy and your confidence just really, shines through. You know, I'll be on Instagram and be like, what highlight is she wearing? How's she look like that? What dress is that? What is she wearing? What is your advice for women and how they can exude confidence?
I think it requires finding who you are, and it takes a long time. I see these beautiful 19, 20-year-olds on Instagram, and they're so beautiful, but because they're so done up, when I was 19, I could not do my makeup the way that these girls are doing their makeup. Girl. They got their winged liner down packed, they got the Kylie lip kits and their lipsticks perfect, and holy smokes, these little girls are so mature and sexy. I was not looking
really?
Like that. Oh my gosh.
I would totally think you just came out the womb
No,
fashionable. Like, hello, I'm here.
I didn't start finding myself until I got like the right team. I got like the right hair, the right makeup, the right everything, the right styling.
Okay.
And I started to become more confident. And once you get like a good team, or you just figure out who yourself is, because you don't need a good team. You just need to figure out what it is that is the look that you're most comfortable in. And right now, to be honest, I'm very simple. You know, I just got a highlighter on.
Yeah, you don't look like you're wearing a lot of makeup
I have
right now.
lip balm on.
Wow.
Like, you know, like it's clear. And I have a highlighter on, and I like my hair just blow dried.
Yeah.
I like to be, the more simple I am, the happier I am. And this comes with age, you know?
Okay.
I wasn't always like that. I used to
Yeah.
want the whole face beat, a whole like hairstyle. Now I'm just, the less I am, the more confident I feel, because I used to feel like, oh, I have all this makeup on. But then I realized when I was out in public, I was so self-conscious of having all this makeup on, because when I would talk to people, I would feel like they're looking at my face, but they're looking at my makeup.
Oh, so not like they were not even looking at
Yeah,
you.
like I would feel like, oh, they're looking at my makeup. They can see like all this under my eye, and like powder. It's a little dry because I'm baking my concealer. And I don't want that kind of pressure.
Yeah,
I just want you to see what I look like. I want you to see my skin now, because I take care of my skin. I want you to see my hair now, because I take care of my hair. I don't need to weave it up. And the weave is cool sometimes, but I'm just cool like this. You know?
It's so good. You know, I feel like being comfortable in yourself is such a process too. You know, E. Cummings says it takes courage to grow up to become who we really are.
Yeah.
And like, it's so great to just see you living in your truth and to be such an inspiration for everybody else. Thank you again for coming to chat with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for giving me, you know, the time to even talk to my people like this.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. This is great. And thanks to all of you, too, with all of your questions. Those amazing questions. Continue to just support. Thanks to everybody who shared this broadcast as well. And we will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend, everyone.
No, that's fine.